Evening PooTube, hope everyone's good. Now, I've said a week ago or so that I won't be on many panels or whatever on the run up to Christmas, especially in the daytime, do you know what I mean? Late on, maybe I'll jump on or whatever. If possible. Now, I have got a selection of premieres to put out. Some from Trillers. As you know, put one out the other day, which was the initial chat that myself and Triller had previous to going well back over a year or more, when myself and Triller had a good discussion on TAFs. Now, obviously, Triller's a bit of a piss rat and forgets fucking one day to another and conversations in between. Now, the initial conversation that I put out the other day was off the back of Triller making out that it was far right, racist, all this other shit, which I'm not. So I went over there to have a discussion, and like I say, that was the initial chat. We've had many conversations since then, and I've got them all ready to premiere. Now, obviously, we all know that Triller is a whinging little crybaby that likes to play victim and whatnot. So I don't want him to feel fucking violated, and we just put out one after another on Trillers or whatever. So I have got some where I've jumped on ghosts. Now, just so Triller doesn't feel violated and targeted and all this shit and whatever, I'm going to put one out next on Ghost channel. Now, it was quite a busy channel, whatever, quite a lot discussed. Now, certain things that have been brought up recently, like, I think it was last night, Ghost was live and he was chatting to Jupiter, which is funny in itself or whatever, considering Jupiter was calling me all sorts of shit for being on Ghost panel. Oh, it's a fucking jihadi channel, you're not a patriot, blah fucking blah. Even down to making out my missus was a Muslim and it's Asian persuasion and I'm a fucking Muslim lover and all this shit she was coming out with. It's too funny that she's literally over there quite frequent as of late. It's one of them, innit? What's the difference between what she's doing and what I was doing? Now, I have a purpose. If I'm on a panel anywhere, it's with a purpose. And I've made it very clear, my purpose, to give these people an opportunity to show their true self, their true colours. I mean, just that, the amount of people that said that Ghost was this, that and the other, blah, blah, blah. Same with Triller. I give them an opportunity and think, well, you know, I'm not going to run with what everybody says or whatever. I'll give them individuals opportunity to show their true colours. And I've done that every step of the way. At the end of that, with the things that have been discussed and whatever, you should have two separate sections realistically. People that are worth your time, people that you can build some bridges with and, you know, it'll be used to other people or whatever. Or the other section where you just write them off, throw them in the bin, because the shit cunts, no solution in them and part of the problem. Just shit stirring cunts or whatever. Now, I have said a few times the similarities between Ghost and Jupiter is fucking uncanny. It's even more funny that they can't see it. But yeah. Now, when I listened in the other night, I think it was last night, Ghost was putting a proposal forward how he would be deal with the hotel situation and blah blah blah. Now, all he did realistically was take what I said and then he's like adapted it to his own, like it was his own thought process or whatever, which is mad in itself. But again, you know, it's like a Jupiter trait. Jupiter's forever doing shit like that or whatever. She'll hear what I've said and then put it out like it's her own thought process or whatever. Too funny. These are the biggest pair of fucking brain dead fucking idiots on the internet or whatever. And the codependency which they are projecting, it's just too funny. Anybody with 2 brain cells can like sit back and just laugh at the situation. Now, I think the premiere that I'm going to put out, I don't know whether I'm going to do it tonight because I know Ghost is live at the moment, or I may do it tomorrow. Now, if I do it in the daytime, whether it be morning or afternoon, I'm not too sure that I'll be. It's one of them, I might be listening, but I might not be able to be on comments, etc. Might just have an earpiece in or whatever and have to pop in here and there. So I'm not too sure how I'm going to do it, but I am going to put that out, and then I'm going to put some more out of discussions with myself and Triller, etc. Now, like I say, at the end of these, I call them projects. Do you know what I mean? I'll give each person several opportunities and whatever, go over several topics and whatever, the things of worth, and at the end of it you can literally figure out who's the shit cunts that are not worthy or worth your time, the people that should just be put in the bin and left in the bin or whatever, and the decent people which are worth your time or whatever, people that you can actually build on the middle ground with, let's say. So for me, once the results are in, and they was in some time ago or whatever, there's only like the village idiots that are going to go back to that situation trying to get blood out of a stone. Now, Jupiter will forever keep trying to get blood out of a stone because she's thick as fuck. She's thick as fuck. She's got more time on her hands than everybody on YouTube put together. She's got no life. Her existence is YouTube. So I get why she does it. She's literally got nothing better to do and she just likes to argue, don't she? Now, like I say, anything I've done it for a purpose. I've done it for a very good reason, and it's to the benefit of any other decent people in the mix or whatever, so you don't waste your time, so you can actually identify people for what they are rather than what they are not. Now, for some people, they're quite happy being stuck in the same situation, doing the same dumb shit every day, day in, day out, like it's a fucking job. And I've said for a long time, for me personally, I think it is Jupiter's job. I think she's an infiltrator. I've said that from day one. It's never changed. Have I give her opportunity? Yeah, for the reasons I've just literally explained. Do you know what I mean? Give people a fucking opportunity to show what they're about, go over certain things, this, that and the other, and they'll show you their true colours. It is that simple. The tactics are very simple, but they work. That's why I continue to use the same tactics. And with that, you will be able to decipher between a shit cunt that is not worth your time or a decent person that is worth your time. Simple as that. Now, when I just had a listen to Ghost a minute ago, you've got Scabby Babs on there. Again, doing the like thinking that Ghost panel channel is the Tommy Robinson complaints department. Now, Ghost was saying that it was Easer that has not been happy with Babs going on there, blah blah blah, this, that and the other. Now, Easy may well have reacted to what I've said, because I probably said it on Easy's, but it was actually me that has stated that you know, Babs has been on there not once, not twice, several times, crying, whinging, moaning about Team Tommy, her words, not mine, begging for money. Now, if Scabby Babs thinks that that is not giving ammunition to the enemy, then that shows me just how clinically fucking stupid she actually is. Now, Babs may well just be like a lonely old woman and will quite happily sit on any panel, any channel, despite it being the exact opposite of what she claims to be about. Now, I can't really knock Babs other than her being clinically stupid. She does turn up to events, she does support whatnot, whether it be in the physical form or financially, she does. I'm aware of that. But to keep going back to the same situation with the same people which have proven time after time after time that they are part of the problem, you know what I mean, going on to an extremist panel, like Jupiter says, you know, it is true or whatever, it is an extremist panel. Not being funny, but you can't come out with statements like Ghost does, that he holds more dearly the ideology of Islam above his family, his children, his mum, his dad, his fucking grandparents and so on. And without Islam, he would be nothing. Do you know what I mean? That, to me, when he said that to me, and I'm going to replay that one as well, where we was having the discussion about the Jamal thing and whatever. It was quite a long discussion. I'm going to re-air that one or whatever. When he come out with that, I did say to him, that to me is like proper sad or whatever, and I weren't even trying to put him down. It was literally, I felt sad for him that somebody who's born, apparently, allegedly, I don't know where that accent come from, who was born in the UK or brought here as a baby and brought up here or whatever, that has gone through the education system and all this whatnot, to still feel like that is just proper sad. Like, proper sad. And you can only look at that statement and think, well, that's an extremist mindset. So when Jupiter said, oh, it's an extremist panel, yeah, you're right, you're still over there. Do you know what I mean? I've worked it as a project and figured out for myself and can display for others what that panel and channel is about. Now, there'd be no good reason for me to keep going over there. You know, the results are in. The results are in. Same as they are on a lot of other things or whatever. At the end of the results being in, you've now got a clear, fucking viewpoint into who's what. You can identify each other clearly as to what they are about. So there would be no good reason to keep going over there and whatever. Do you know what I mean? Now, considering Jupiter's coming out the maddest shit when I was over there, and even when Moon was over there, and I think she only said afternoon or evening or whatever to Ghost, and well, Moon was all the fucking shit cunts under the sun for that or whatever. So yeah, even that, when Easy's had Ghost on his panel, Easy was made out to be this, that and the other, but it's okay for Jupiter, isn't it? It's funny as fuck. The double standards and the hypocritical levels of fucked up fucking fuckeries around Jupiter just keep coming. Just continue on. Now, obviously, Jupiter's surrounded by nothing but fucking simps and avatars, which seem scared to call her out on any of her own bullshit. You know what I mean? They never like pull her up on anything. The only person that has massive respect is Irish Flame. Other than that, they're all brain dead fucking simps or whatever. So it's one of them, innit? If the people around you who claim that you know your online friends, this, that, and another, if they can't be honest with you because they're too scared of getting blocked and banned, this is what I mean. It's like a lot of them seem to have no life, and because Jupiter's literally always live or whatever, well, it's like a second home to go to. You know, for some of these people, maybe they haven't got friends, and people around them in real life, so they take some comfort in being able to always, you know, chat to somebody, even if it's a frog boiling, piss drinking cunt like Jupiter. You know, it's better than talking to the wall or something, I guess. I don't know. For me, the internet, YouTube, whatever, it's a tool to have open, honest discussion. I said that from day one. It's never changed. I'm not trying to make any friends online. I'm not trying to join any groups. I'm not trying to fucking... Do you know what I mean? None of that. I'm not interested in any of that. I haven't got the luxury of having all this free time like Jupiter does or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Life, when you've got a life, it sort of like gets in the way of doing all that shit. For Jupiter, she hasn't got a life. We all know that. And we can all probably imagine the reasons why, considering she's got a big family and all that. She never seems to have any around, doesn't it? But we can see why. Do you know what I mean? All that stuff that Wendy said and whatever, it's true. There's been enough put out along the way for people to know that it's true, and at that point, yeah, you're going to get your own family turning the back on you, obviously. Any grandmother generally is going to stand up for the grandchildren. When you don't do that, yeah, you're a shit cunt. So it is what it is. People are going to do what they're going to do. It's not any skin off my nose, regardless of other people want to fucking play it or whatever. And at that point, let them do what they're doing, innit? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, like I say, I've got a premiere of Ghosts, which I'm going to put out. I should have looked how long it is, to be honest, to figure out if I'm going to put it on tonight or if it's going to be something that I put out tomorrow. I'm not too sure. But you'll see along the way, do you know what I mean? I've been open and honest with everybody that I've spoke to, and I couldn't care less. I could not care less what their reaction is to it. You know what I mean? Upfront, honest, and that's all you can ask for, realistically. The people that have to keep swapping seats, doing musical chairs, acting like a fucking chameleon, changing to their environment and all that, flip-flopping from one thing to another. To me, those people are just, they're not worth anybody's time. They're just not. Do you know what I mean? They're a waste of everybody's time. And at that point, do you know what I mean? You should have a list of people that you know in your head, these people are worthy of your time, and these people are not. It is that simple. Now, for those that wish to just carry on with delusional bullshit and whatever, keep doing the same shit over and over and over again and expecting a different result, then that's on them, innit? It's not going to fucking make or break my day. And realistically, none of these channels are changing anything. They're not waking anyone up to fuck all. They're not influencing anybody. The tiny little channels with the same fucking swampy people around it or whatever. It's neither here nor there. It's hardly groundbreaking shit, is it? Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, even a big channel like Dave's or whatever, Working Class Patriot, I think he's got over 130,000 subs. You get some jealous cunt saying, oh, he buys his subs. Well, that doesn't seem to be the case. If you look at the view count, even on his short videos and stuff like that, the view counts are fucking massive or whatever. It reflects the amount of people that are subscribed to that channel. So the jealous little sad little comments about, oh, he buys his subs and all that, you just literally look delusional at this fucking point in time. And it shows that you're obviously jealous. Do you know what I mean? Now, even Dave's channel, with all them subs and reaching as many people as he's getting to reach and whatever, is it really making any difference on the bigger picture? I'm not sold that it is, to be honest. One thing with Dave's channel, I will point that out or whatever. Dave has actually been willing to explore the lawful solutions, where a lot of other people seem to be like scared of doing so. Do you know what I mean? I mean, one video that I put out which literally spells out, here's your lawful solution to half the problems, where we can hold government to account and, do you know what I mean, deal with people for what it is. Charges that include treason and all sorts of shit, do you know what I mean? Now, Dave has been happy to explore all that or whatever. I've had Nathan on there a good few times. The problem is, as I see it, you've got fucking self-appointed fucking know-it-alls like Jupiter that are like easy 10 years behind anything. You know what I mean? This mad mental fucking piss drinking cunt is actually supporting people like Graham Rip Your Granny Off more, which was exposed fucking before Jupiter even arrived, and several times since or whatever. Do you know what I mean? That's what he's known as. A fucking fraudster. A fucking scammer. But she'll run around supporting that or whatever. Notice it's gone quiet on that situation now. Did Graham use all that money which he collected? I think it was £32,000. Did he pay his bill? Did it get to court? Did it do anything? Or did he run off with the money again? Like he did when he was collecting money for the Robin Tilbrook thing. I think that ran into about 140 grand. Somebody, was it 140, 150 grand? That fucking fat fraudster decided to take the piss out of the Patriots again. Now, self-appointed know-it-alls, piss-drinking cunts like Jupiter facilitate these fraudsters. Do you know what I mean? They actually facilitate these things going on. And she does it in the name of, oh, well, I need content and I've got none of my own. You know what I mean? Every single show that Jupiter does, it's just grifting off the back of other people's content. She hasn't got any content of her own. She knows fuck all. She's fucking thick as fuck. And that's all she does, connects herself to wonky cunts. Much like when she wasted Danny Roscoe's time or whatever. Oh, I'm going to introduce him to this, that and the other. She had him talking shit to the likes of fucking Bella, G-Block, fucking bullshit. That was a waste of time for a year or whatever. Do you know what I mean? That was just pure waste of time. I think when you do these things, you've got to kind of see it for what it is, isn't it? You're part of the problem. If you're forever pushing fraudsters and fucking getting people which can make a difference injected into situations, and you're injecting them into shit cunt situations with known shit cunts like Veli or whatever. Do you know what I mean? The thing to do, realistically, would have been giving Danny Roscoe the information, like, oh, well, you know, just so you know, I'm saying Veli's a good guy and this, that and the other, because she was. That's what she was making out. That changed quick, didn't it? It would have been useful information for somebody like Danny Roscoe to know that she, his brother is actually the wonky cunt that turned up with 2 Islamic extremists to Tommy Robinson, what they believe to be Tommy Robinson's family home. Now, if that's not the mark of a shit cunt, and the apple doesn't really fall far from the tree, does it? Do you know what I mean? That would have been useful information to put forward first before injecting him into that situation. It's just problem after problem, innit? There's got to be a point in time where you think, is this wonky, piss-drinking cunt actually a patriot, like she tries to make out to be? Or is she just an infiltrator, like I've said from day one, which will infiltrate everything and destroy things from within? Now, I think the writing's on the wall, to be honest. I think it shows you exactly what it is. But the delusional cunts that are around it will continue to facilitate that bullshit and bolster the nonsense by saying fuck all. Again, Irish Flame is the only one that seems to have anything about her or whatever, which we'll call it for what it is. Do you know what I mean? And we've seen the reaction. Do you know what I mean? We've seen the reaction to the point where Irish Flame will be looking at being rejected from that weird little fucking cult-like group several times. So yeah, it is what it is. People are gonna run with and do whatever they want regardless. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less when I entered these little dead communities, and I couldn't care less now. Now, yeah, I think that's about it. There is people doing productive things in the background. There is things being put together. All this people being fucking cancelled and all that. We're going to come up with a remedy for that, which will be the radio, which we used fucking 10 years plus ago or whatever. And it works at the end of the day. It's broadcast all around the world. It's not broadcast from this country, so they can do nothing about it. They can't stop it. They can't fucking whatever. They can't cancel nothing. So yeah, there is things happening in the background. Only certain people will be invited into that situation, and the wonky cunts that have shown what they're about and useful to nothing, good for nothing, they'll be nowhere near anything like that. So yeah, it is what it is. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Hope everyone's good, hope everyone's well. I'm not too sure whether I'll premiere that this evening or tomorrow. We'll see how things pan out, I guess. Right, enjoy, look after each other and stay safe.